Thank you.
Well, that was a fun way to recap the event. Thank you for a great event. You know, it's hard to believe that it's been 25 years since the first Formula Sun Grand Prix. And so we're super happy to have all of you have been part of the Electrek Formula Sun Grand Prix 2025. Give yourself a hand. And you've been part of a history this week, not just celebrating 25 years since our first event, but also the fact that 34 teams came here to participate in this year's event, which, since we started running the event, I don't know the history before that, like, remember all the numbers from all the years, but since Innovators Educational Foundation has been running the event, this is the most teams that we've had register and actually show up to an event. So congratulations. We've had a full week. You've been going through the scrutineering stations. You've been making repairs. Some of you have been building the car. I've seen several people installing solar arrays here at the track, which is a very important part of a solar-powered vehicle. Some of you saw your solar car drive for the first time. And so, regardless of all that, we got through the scrutineering time period, and we had, well, we almost had the lights come on. 18 teams passed scrutineering, got out on the track, this lovely track here at NCM Motorsports Park. And then, of course, the track presented a whole new challenge. A whole new challenge of an endurance race. 3 days, 8 hours a day, 24 hours of drive time to complete as many laps as possible on this 3.15-mile course. You got to test the reliability. You got to test the skill of your drivers. And we'll find out later the podium finishers. But regardless, I want to take a moment to congratulate all of you. Obviously, I'm a solar car alum myself. I know what goes into designing and building a solar-powered vehicle, and that's no small feat in and of itself. Then, you get here, and you go through a series of inspections, and then you get through all those, and then you get out on the track, and you really have to put what you've built to the test in competition with other teams. And that in itself is a huge accomplishment wherever you made it at in that process. And we hope you've learned a lot this week. We hope you've enjoyed sharing your knowledge with each other. I know some of you have shared parts and other things with each other as well, food, etc. You've gotten to experience the solar car community and take that back to your teams and your university campuses and maybe even some other universities and colleges that want to get started in this. You know, we also had quite a few guest teams that were out here as well, and it was really cool to see them networking with all of you, and hopefully we'll see them next year at next year's event or some event in the future. And then you've also had a lot of fun this week. And so for all of that, give yourselves another round of applause. You guys are record-breaking years. And so as much as I thank you as the teams being here, we also owe a bunch of thanks to a very special group of people, and that is our volunteers, our event staff, our observers, our on-site jury member, our virtual jury members that hopefully are tuning in online there. And so while you give them applause, I'm going to ask them to come up here and we're going to take a group photo. All right, and before everyone walks off here, Sharon, Jason, and Linda. So if you ever wonder kind of who sits behind Innovators Educational Foundation, I'm one of the board members along with Jason here, Sharon, and Linda. If you guys want to wave and identify yourself, give them a hand. And then, of course, we have to give a huge shout out to our sponsors that make all of this possible. So let's hear it for our sponsors. In particular, we need to give a huge thanks to Electrek for being our title sponsor. And so to say a few words about that, I'm going to ask Aaron to come up. And this is their third year being title sponsor of our event.
Thank you, guys. I'll keep this short and sweet because I'm not one for speeches. And I'm sure you guys want to get on with the award ceremony. But congratulations on your dedication and success this week. And thank you for letting me go into many of your bays and talking with you guys. You're all wonderful. And thank you. And also thank you to the event officials and staff for your hospitality and all the behind the scenes work that goes into this event. You guys are also amazing. Thank you. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. All right. Now we get to transition into some awards. So our first award is the MathWorks Award. As Sam is coming up here, MathWorks is our longest running sponsor. They were the first sponsor that...
So also try and keep this short. And I won't read directly. So also try and keep this short. And I won't read directly off my notes. Hopefully, I got a chance to talk to a lot of you at my booth. Hopefully you enjoyed the hats and the socks. A big part of why we come to competitions like this, I support a bunch of different competitions, but the main reason is because there is no replacement for the kind of practical experience that comes with building a project like this. I didn't do solar car, but I did a similar project when I was in university, and it just doesn't compare at all to like coursework. All of the problem solving and the unique challenges you have to solve for a project like this really equip you to be a much better engineer going into the industry. So the award this year was pretty small because we came up with it a little bit at the last minute. The plan next year, and I'll announce this now, giving you plenty of heads up, is to do another award that has a much bigger award, but it also is going to require a bit more work, so I apologize for that in advance. But I did want to thank the 4 teams that did submit this year: RIT, University of Florida, UBC, and UC Berkeley. It was really great to chat with all of you about the stuff that you submitted and what else you use our tools for on your team. And then I would be remiss not to give you a chance to earn more cash. There's 3 other awards that aren't run by my team at MathWorks that are specifically for students to win money, so you should go out and do them when they become available. It's the AI Challenge, the Simulink Student Challenge, and the Renewable Energy Challenge. So all of those have money attached to them, so you can probably beat a lot of the other projects just by talking about what you do on Solar Car. Without further ado, the winner for the MathWorks Award is the University of Florida for...
Congratulations. All right, next up we have a sponsor who's been with us for multiple years, and so while Eric and Corey are coming up from Altair, Who wants to know who won the Altair Challenge? Well, I don't even know who won, so we gotta give it away to these guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Gail. That cheer never gets old. I love it. First, huge shout out to Gail, Jason, and Ravini, without whom this would not be happening. They met with us every other week for countless months putting this together. So thank you guys so much. And to the staff for being so generous and gracious for us. We really feel comfortable here. So for those of you who don't know, we've been sitting in this AC room over here for 3 days. We gave you guys a solar car chassis and tasked you with designing a lightweight roll cage that met stated regulations, deformation requirements, space requirements, head clearance, etc. And 18 teams participated this year. We're incredibly pleased with that. And of those 18, we had 10 viable submissions that we could judge. So you guys did very well. So we're going to start out with a couple of Judges' Choice Awards, which are just basically designs that we deemed worthy of awarding. They really impressed us in some way or another. The first one we're calling the hottest design because it just looked cool. And it really... An infrared thermometer is this award. They really took to heart the spirit of using optimization. Really looks organic, and we really like that design. So this will go to Western Ontario. By the way, I forgot to mention, this took us 10 hours to go through the results. These were all very close, and we wanted to triple check, and it was tight. The next award goes to the lightest design that met all of the performance requirements. This team's roll cage only weighed 20 pounds. And the award is this Dremel. Real nice tool to have on a solar car team. I know they break all the time, so this will go. Congrats, guys. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to third, second, and first prize. And it pains me to not be able to give a prize to everybody who participated because you guys put a ton of work into it, and we really appreciate it. Unfortunately, we do have to limit it to a third, second, and first. But you guys did an amazing job. So, third place, this fantastic professional electrician's kit will go to McMaster. This thing sat in my apartment for a week and a half before I came here. It came dangerously close to not coming because that's really cool. So second place, this lovely DeWalt toolkit, all cordless, goes to our second place winner. Hopefully you haven't gotten too sick of this cheer because it's great to be a solar gator. And that brings us to one. First place and the big check. Florida brought it home last year, but this year, the best or the greatest, I guess it was the lowest number, by far. All of our scores were very close, but this university was like much lower of a number. And the winner of the first prize, University of British Columbia. They gave us an amazing design. They also gave us a design that if Solar Car ever institutes the military attack solar vehicle version, their roll cage will qualify for it because this thing was a beast. Thank you all very much. We're really proud to be sponsors and hope to see you next year. What? That's yours. Take it. Try to explain that to customs.
All right. Thank you, Altair. We can't wait to see what you guys come up with next year. All right. Now we're going to turn it over to some inspector awards, and to MC that portion of our evening is going to be Megan.
Hi, everybody. So we're going to keep this short and sweet. So try your best to maneuver and get out of everybody's way as they come up, okay? So the first award is going to be going to the wonderful Sanite.
Hello, everyone. I know Megan said short and sweet, but I have a really long speech prepared about preparing for driver up, so get ready. No, not really. Please just practice, because if you practice, you get rewarded, and you get the fastest egress time, and you get this very nice plaque. So, fastest egress time with a sub 5-second egress out of their secondary egress side. This goes to Bryson Wetzler from number 17, ISU! Oh, prize.
Okay. So nobody has to know that perseverance is really, really important in this game. So we have a new inspector who's going to be coming up here. So everybody please give him a loud cheer. Ian.
All right.
So all of us know between the late nights and everything that perseverance is definitely something that you cannot be on these teams without. So I'm going to try to keep it short. And, you know, these teams, we obviously were always paying attention to you guys, always watching. So whether it be you guys asking, pushing the bounds, or just not accepting failure as an option, to even asking, doing your own dynamics courses out there when we weren't looking. So without further ado, the Perseverance Award goes to University of the Pacific.
This next award is actually one of my favorite awards because it's the aesthetic award. It's the award that you look at that car and you're like, girl. So this award goes to team number 786, Western Michigan University. This next one is something that we had to make an award for. It wasn't a possibility. It wasn't even a question in our mind that this award needed to be. So here it goes, Rookie of the Year with Jonathan.
Once upon a time, I was on a rookie team here at the American Solar Challenge at Formula Sun Grand Prix. And let me tell you, if you have never been here before, you don't have teammates who have been here before, you don't have alumni who have been here before, it is really hard to get here. And this team this year, they had a few struggles in scrutineering. I think they'll tell you they weren't quite prepared for a few of the stations, and that's what you learn when you come here for the first time. But they got out there on day 2 and 3, and they kept pace with everybody else on the track. And all the staff was very impressed with their car that they brought here the first year. So I think you know now that the Rookie of the Year this year is University of Washington.
I'm not going to brag, but those shirts with the spray paint are the shirt to have. Just letting you guys all know. So I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this. I am not an electrical engineer, and I'm sure some of you don't understand this. So Jeff is here to explain it.
Well, this is largely an educational event, and it's no secret that most, if not all of you teams have a lot to learn about electrical systems still. I will say, though, that this is the first year that I volunteered where nobody argued with me about fusing or wire sizes, if we ignore Stanford. That's just a jab. You're not winning the award. Sorry. No. But I will say, like in the scrutineering bay this year, there was a dramatic uptick in just like really insightful questions and thirst for knowledge, especially among the rookie teams. And one team in particular stood out in their demonstrated ability to rapidly absorb electrical knowledge and hopefully retain it. So we're presenting the Capacitance Award, and it's going to UC Irvine. So, I don't know if they're here. I don't think they're here. But yeah.
We're going to do one award first, and then we'll do a serious award, okay? So, everybody knows Buc-ee's. Everybody loves Buc-ee's, right? Okay. So, we just happen to have some Buc-ee's award, which goes to the MVPs, the people who came around to every single garage, who helped every single one of these teams here. The first one went to Sasha, who was on our staff. Unfortunately, due to a medical thing, he left, but he did take his prize. And he will be back next year. This next Buc-ee award goes to ETS. Okay, for the last but not least of all of our judges' awards, here's Evan with the Teamwork Award.
All right. The Abe Poot Teamwork Award goes to a team that is always looking out for each other, really organized, and works amazingly together, and that is Team 828, Appalachian State.
Okay, so now we find out who is absolutely fiery hot on the track these days. Oh, boo to you. And here is Ryan, who's going to be presenting them.
All right, we're going to start with the MOV class for the fastest lap on the track across all 3 days. So with a time of 5 minutes and 9 seconds at an average speed of 37.2 miles an hour, I need Edward from 55 Poly Montreal. All right, now for the fastest lap overall on the track. And this was very close. It came down to 1 second difference. So with a time of 4 minutes, 23 seconds, I need Oliver from number 5, Florida.
Now for the time that we all have been waiting for. Evan is going to be announcing the winners of the MOV class.
All right. So there's a lot of numbers with the MOV class. I'm going to go through them as quickly as I can. In third place, we have a team that ran 55 laps, 173.25 miles. They used 14.328 kilowatt hours of external energy. Their energy efficiency was 12.1 miles per kilowatt hour. Pretty impressive compared to any production EVs I know about. 693 person miles, 24.23% completion factor. They met the target speed. Actually, this is one of the few years I know that all the teams that were on the track did meet the target speed. That's awesome. Their final score was 11.7, and this goes to team number 49, Georgia Tech. Come on up. All right. In second place for our multi-occupant vehicle class, with a total of 227 laps completed, 715.05 miles, 33.503 kilowatt hours external energy use, an efficiency of 21.3 miles per kilowatt hour, very impressive, 1,430.1 person miles, 100% completion factor. They also met the target speed and came out with a total score of 42.7. Welcome team 828, App State! All right, finally, in first place with a total of 222 laps completed, 699.3 miles, just 9.216 kilowatt hours external energy, a whopping efficiency of 75.9 miles per kilowatt hour, 1,398.6 person miles, and a 97.8% completion factor. They also met the target speed and achieved a high score of 148.4. Team number 55, Poly Montreal.
Okay, we have up next the SOV class. We have the wonderful Mechanical Bill.
Hello. I'm going to go a bit rogue here, and I'm just going to create another award to give away, but I don't have the paper for it. So, sorry. Okay, so in my opinion, and they can feel free to argue with me if they want, but too bad I'm giving away the award. I want to give away the Most Improved Award. Okay, so this team came last year as their first year, and their car was, by their own words, really not that great. It's been referred to as an aircraft carrier. And this year they came with a car that did so much better than an aircraft carrier would do in a solar car race. It was more like a riverboat, just like real nimble and quick and light. And I was really impressed with it in mechanical scrutineering. I was impressed with it on the track. And I think we might know who I'm talking about. Florida Poly. So I don't have paper, but if you want, I could take my Sharpie and write on the bottom of this third place SOV, Most Improved. So the third place SOV, wait, I have to get my cheat sheet here. Okay. Oh no, Florida Poly isn't third place? Crap. No, I'm joking. Okay, with 175 laps, 551.25 miles, team number 79, Florida Poly. Jointly. Thank you. Sincere congratulations. That was really good. Okay, so we move to SOV second place with 212 laps, which is 667.8 miles. We have team number 16, Stanford, or Stanford. I don't have enough hands. I know. It's tricky. Congratulations. I'll shake anybody's hand. Okay.
Great.
Let me turn around. You guys want to hold this? It's
Go
not
ahead.
my award.
That's okay.
You hold it.
Okay, Ben. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Wait, there's more.
Oh, here's a box. Okay, in first place with 223 laps, 702.45 miles, team 22, Illini. Right. When I didn't see any orange shirts in the crowd, I was afraid they left early. Does anybody want this?
No, you can hold that. You want to go in front? Go in front. Get up front. Get up front.
Oh, okay. I'll
Call me. You should go up front. You should go up front.
I don't need to be in the picture.
We already have a bunch of photos of just us. Your head over.
I'll just be the Where's Waldo guy sticking outside. He's just trying to make me fall off the stage.
Careful. It's going to take him forever to get off anyways. Okay, so we had a late arrival, and we would like to try this one more time. Jeff, can you give your award again?
Let's see here. It's an educational event. A lot of you got electric problems. Stanford likes to argue with me. But everyone else learned not to argue with me from last year and actually asked a lot of really insightful questions. One team really stood out for their demonstrated ability to ask insightful electrical questions and gain knowledge and absorb it and hopefully retain it. So I would like to once again present the Capacitance Award to UC Irvine. Right here.
So before we have Gail up for our final outing words, I do want to say you guys all have 1 year to work on your cheers. 1 year. I'm expecting something incredible. Props. I need props. Nope, I expect something different. So, and with that, Gail is here with the outing words.
All right, first I want to say a huge thank you to our timing team headed up by Evan and also Bill and Ryan, who stayed up with you on Holly Tower for the last 3 days and then did a ton of reconciliation in the evenings. Let's give our timing team a hand. And then something that probably factored into a lot of your energy management strategy. How many of you made use of the Soulcast data this year? Yeah. Yeah, they're actually in Australia, so maybe you're tuning in online. Thank you for your partnership with that. One quick housekeeping thing for our podium finishers. You see these sponsor banners that we've had around throughout the week. You see they're dated, which means we can't use them next year. So we've got 6 of them saved for the 6 of you. If you come up here after the award ceremony, give us about 5 minutes. You'll connect with Ruvini to get your banner to take home, display in your shop, etc. All right. After this event, give us a chance to drive home, get some vehicles unloaded, and get a bit of rest, and we'll be coming out with a post-event survey. We definitely want to get your feedback. We continue to make these events better and better, and we continue to try to implement as many improvements as we can. So thank you in advance for completing that. Another thing, how many of you are graduating or have already graduated? All right. If you have not gotten enough of Solar Car just as a student, you can do what myself and many of the rest of our event staff and observers have done and come back and volunteer. And so if you're interested in getting involved like that, you can feel free to shoot me an email or send an email to our ASC info@americansolarchallenge.org, and we'd love to see how we can get you plugged in. If you're staying involved with your team as a graduate student or alumni advisor, that's way cool too. We need a lot of knowledge sharing in this Solar Car community to keep making this event better and better and bringing up the next generation of Solar Car racers. And so with that, you're also going to be going off into industry and working for companies that may like to sponsor. Maybe it's a company tuning in. And so we do want to say quick shout out to AESC. They came on as a brand new sponsor this year. We're very thankful for their support. And then there's our companies that like to recruit. How many of you liked having the recruiters here this week? And so you could also double dip in both of those and be someone like Tyler that comes back with Blue Origin, and they're both a sponsor for us as well as help out on our event staff. So many different ways to get involved, stay involved with the Solar Car community, and keep this program going for the next generation. That's what we've done for the last 16 years as a foundation and hope to continue to do in the future so that this event reaches even more students, more communities, and more of our future engineers and leaders across a variety of industries. And so with that, as this event comes to a close, who wants to do this type of thing again? All right, so in 2026, we are planning to have both the Electrek Formula Sun Grand Prix as well as the Electrek American Solar Challenge. So we have begun discussions on that front. We do not have an answer yet on location or dates. I actually have a meeting in a few weeks with our previous event partner for the last several American Solar Challenges, the National Park Service, to see how they hopefully can be involved in 2026. And we're going to be discussing with track venues, etc. We may be coming back here. We may need to go somewhere else. We do need to consider the location of the ASC start line and the FSGP track location, because we know that you guys don't want that a long distance away where you've got to drive a long way through the night to make the start line. So we are certainly keeping that in mind. We will be opening registration later this year. We will try to open that sooner rather than later so that you can start turning in your paperwork, getting your preliminary vehicle design reports in so you can get feedback from the inspectors before you get too far along in that process. And so be staying on all of our social media channels, checking out our website, etc., to stay informed of what's going on. So did everyone have fun this week? All right, we've got just under an hour to finish loadout here. Have a safe drive home. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you back next year. Wait, Rue will help you with it. Just patience.